I didn't just create a course based on what I thought people needed. I took every single word that they said to me and I built the course for them, with them in mind, not the algorithm, not for my ego, and not for my ideal avatar. I built it for real people with real problems and real dreams. And the result? The community exploded to almost 90,000 people in just a year. And this is all because I started with them, not me. Welcome to the Self-Made Pod, the go-to podcast for freelancers, entrepreneurs, and everyone who's ready to stop dreaming and start doing. I'm your host, Coach Darla, and today we're going to talk about something that honestly changed my life and my business. And that is how to make people like you without being fake. Now, I know that this can sound a little bit manipulative at first. Like, why would I want people to like me? I'm not here to please anyone. But here's the truth that I learned as a business owner, mentor, and just a human trying to connect. If you want to make real impact in the world, you need to know how to connect with people. And it starts with how people feel when they are around you. This episode is inspired by one of my most all-time favorite books, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Everything that I am about to share with you, it's what I try to apply daily in my life. Not just in business, but also in life. From closing deals, to building a team, to building friendships that last. So if you're ready to become magnetic, more trusted, and liked without ever being fake, keep listening. Tip number 1, be genuinely interested in other people. Dale Carnegie once said, you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming more interested in other people than in 2 years trying to make people interested in you. And honestly, this couldn't be more true in business. When I was already running my agency, we were fully booked, like zero space for new clients. We were so focused on high-ticket projects, system builds, and launch campaigns. Then one day, a business owner came to me and asked me for a small favor. She wasn't even looking for a full funnel build. Just something really simple that she couldn't figure out. Normally, I would have said no because the schedule is tight. But she seemed so genuine, and I could tell that she was so stressed and she needed help fast. So I jumped right in. I personally did the work myself, charged her the minimum, just enough to cover my time. But here's what's crazy. That small act, it opened the doors I never saw coming. That same woman referred multiple clients to me afterward. Friends, colleagues, and people in her business who needed funnels. All because of one simple gesture. But honestly, I did not help her to get more referrals. I didn't do it to impress her. I did it because I genuinely cared. I was interested in what she was building. I really wanted her to succeed. So that moment taught me one of the biggest lessons I learned in business. Sometimes the most powerful marketing strategy is kindness with no agenda. You don't need to overthink networking. Just show up, care, help people sincerely, even when there's nothing in it for you. Because you know what? People will always remember how you made them feel. That feeling, that is the one that turns into trust, connection, and long-term opportunities. Tip number 2, use people's names. Have you ever worked with someone who made you feel seen just because they said your name? This one is personal to me. I used to be that person who struggled remembering people's names. Not because I didn't care, but because I didn't realize how important it was. Until I found myself in rooms I only used to dream about. Now that I am in the funnel design space and known by some people who I looked up to, mentors, creators, thought leaders, I have been to masterminds, events, and even shared stages with them. And you know what the wildest thing is? They remembered my name. They walk up to me and say, "Hey Darla, so glad you're here." And in that split second, I go, "Wait, you know me? You remembered me?" I don't think they realize how much it meant. Because to them, maybe it's just one word. But to me, it was everything. That moment made me reflect. I realized I wanted to make others feel the same way. So now, I am intentional. On every discovery call, strategy session, and even casual conversations, I say their name. Not just once, but I repeat it with care. I say, "Is that right, Michelle? Michelle, thank you for sharing that. I love what you shared, Michelle. Because here's the truth. A person's name is the sweetest sound they will ever hear, especially when it is said with sincerity. It makes people feel seen, respected, and acknowledged. That also turns strangers into clients and clients into loyal supporters. And this is a small, simple thing that you can do right now. If you're bad at remembering names, don't worry. You can train yourself. This is what I do now. First, I write their name down when I meet them. And then I say it out loud multiple times so I remember it. And I use it casually in the conversation. Because remembering someone's name is one of the most underrated superpowers you can develop in business and in life. Tip number 3, talk about their interests. This right here is one of the most powerful yet overlooked in life and business. People don't care about you, they only care about themselves. And I'm telling you, it's not selfish. It's human nature. I don't know if you could also observe this. People light up when you ask about their life, their passions, their struggles, their story. And I saw this play out over and over again, especially in discovery calls. You know, when I started doing sales calls for our funnel design services, I realized something strange. The moment I stopped trying to impress them with my credentials and just really tried to got deeply curious in them, that's when they opened up more. I usually ask, what's your business about? Why did you start this? What has been the hardest part so far? And what does success look like to you? And every single time, I see it in their face. Their energy would change, their voice would brighten, and they would go from being so stiff to being open and excited. They love talking about themselves. That was my way in. I never talk about myself unless they ask, because I know they are not here for me. They are here to solve their problem. And when they finally ask what I do or how I can help, I now have everything I need to show them how my offer would solve their problem. And this thing, it helped me close so many clients. But this principle doesn't only apply to my one-on-one calls. We use it anywhere in the business. Before I launched Funnels Mastery Academy, I did that one thing most course creators skip. I shut up and I listened. I didn't just create a course based on what I thought people needed. No, I booked almost 40 one-on-one calls, 1 hour each. Yup, that is 40 hours of market research. And I asked every person, why haven't you started freelancing yet? What do you want from a course? What makes you feel intimidated? What kind of community are you craving? And the craziest part, they all opened up. They told me about their deepest fears. I feel like I'm not smart enough. I'm scared of being judged. I don't know where to start. I took every single word that they said to me and I built the course for them. With them in mind, not the algorithm, not for my ego, and not for my ideal avatar. I built it for real people with real problems and real dreams. And the result? The community exploded to almost 90,000 people in just a year. My course is always filled up. And the testimonials? You can read them every single day and they are written like love letters. And this is all because I started with them, not me. So whether you're building a business, a brand, or just building relationships, first, stop making it about you. Second, start asking better questions. Third, you listen with real curiosity. And fourth, then and only then you can offer your solution. Because when you make people feel seen, heard, and understood, you don't need to sell to them. They will ask you how they can work with you. Tip number 4, appreciate people genuinely, especially those closest to you. This one might seem very, very simple, but it is the one that is usually forgotten. We're usually quick to appreciate people we look up to, the clients that we want to impress, or the strangers who surprise us. But when was the last time you genuinely thanked the people who are closest to you? Let me tell you a story. We recently brought someone into the FMA team, and it was her first big role. And I asked her, what do you really love the most about working with us? And she said, the thing that I really love the most about working with you is that you trusted me to do the thing, even when it is my first time. That hit me hard because in our team, that's normal. We trust people and we give them a shot. For her, it was everything. And you know what's crazy? We sometimes give this kind of love and affirmation with people who we just met. But we often forget to do the same for the people who has been showing up for us every single day. We forget to appreciate our husband because he's supposed to do that. We don't thank our parents because they're just being parents. And we overlook our teammates because, well, that's their job. But here's the truth. Nothing is automatic. No one has to show up for you. So, when they do, appreciate them and celebrate them. Gratitude is free, but it makes people feel seen, valued, and empowered. In fact, in Funnels Mastery Academy, this is something I've seen people transform completely. We had team members who were shy, who didn't speak up and doubted themselves. But because we continuously appreciated their efforts, affirmed their growth, and gave them space to shine, they became leaders. They now speak in front of crowds. They now take charge. All because they felt safe and seen. So today, I want you to do this. First, think of someone close to you, a partner, a team member, a parent, or a friend, and send them a message right now. And just say something like, "Hey, I just want to thank you. You're amazing. I see what you do, and I appreciate you." Go, do it right now. Pause this episode and get back to me after. Because it might seem small to you, but it might mean the world to them. And tip number 5, do not try to be liked, just be real. So for me, I used to be so scared talking about this. Because at the start, I wanted for people to see the success, the wins, the nice life, the story where everything just works out. But what I learned, especially as a mentor and a coach, is this. People don't just need to see where you are right now. They need to see how you got there. Social media is a place where everything is nice. We don't want to disappoint. We don't even want to show our failures and our mistakes because we don't want people to judge us. But that's not real life. That's not the full picture. And honestly, that is not what creates connection. Yes, the good things that happen to you are great, but it is your failures, your breakdowns, your raw moments, that's what people will remember because it is relatable and it is human. So I started showing people the real stuff, like how there were nights where I feel so drained from building this business that I questioned if it is still worth it or not. How I got tired, how I thought of giving up. But those hard moments, they come to everyone who's rowing. And when I shared those things, people did not walk away. They leaned in because they saw themselves in me. And this also helped me in networking too. Before all of this, the podcast, the courses, the Funnels Mastery Academy, I was just like you, someone who admired people from afar. I will watch these amazing speakers, the creators, the founders online and think, wow, they're amazing. I hope one day I get to talk to them. But when the opportunity came to me, I froze. I wanted to introduce myself. I wanted to build connection. But I would stop myself with the thought, who am I to talk to them? And that one line, who am I? It kept me small. It kept me silent. It kept me out of rooms where I actually belonged. Until one day I asked myself, what if it's not about being impressive? What if it is just about being interested? And that one thing changed everything. So I started showing up to masterminds and events with no script at all. I didn't walk in thinking, how do I make people like me? Instead, I asked, how can I genuinely connect with at least one person today? I stopped talking about myself first and I started asking about them. I will say things like, what is something that you're working on right now or you're excited about right now? How did you get into this industry? What is the most fun part of everything that you do now? And you know what happened? They are having fun connecting with me because they love talking about themselves. It's natural. And when you are genuinely curious, they feel that. I saw how people opened up more, trusted me more, and remembered me just because I made them feel seen. And then somewhere in the conversation, they will ask about me. And then that's when I will share my story. But by the time, they were already listening because I listened first. If you are nervous about networking or sharing, please get started. with the safest space in the whole wide world, and that is the Funnels Mastery Community. Just go there, read people's stories, get inspired, comment on someone's win, acknowledge them, praise them, say something good about them. Start a conversation with anyone there, because you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be you. Because the more real you are, the more magnetic you become. Just go to www.funnelsmasterycommunity.com and join our free community. We also host weekly trainings inside. If you like this episode, please don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss anything. This is the Self-Made Pod, and I will catch you in the next episode.